Welcome back to World Coin Rare. In today's video, we're taking a closer look at the legendary $2 coin, a true gem among American collectibles. This remarkable piece of history has gained massive attention for its stunning design, rich legacy, and surprising market value. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just starting your numismatic journey, this coin's story will show you why it remains one of the most sought-after treasures in the world of old U.S. coins. First coin. Among America's most fascinating and collectible coins, the 1970 D Washington quarter from the Denver Mint holds a special place for serious numismatists. Though it appears to be an ordinary circulation coin at first glance, its story, background, and scarcity have turned it into a prized possession for collectors worldwide. Many experts regard the 1970 D as one of those transitional issues that reflect both artistic heritage and the subtle minting complexities of its era. Today, in high-grade uncirculated condition, this coin can command impressive prices, sometimes reaching values around $3,700 depending on its preservation and minting characteristics. Its combination of historical appeal and rare die varieties makes it a true standout in the Washington Quarter series. The 1970 D quarter was produced during a period of significant transition in American coinage. Following the metal composition changes of the mid-1960s, the U.S. Mint shifted from 90% silver coins to copper-nickel-clad issues to reduce costs amid rising silver prices. The Denver Mint, known for its precision and large-scale output, struck millions of these quarters in 1970. Yet, despite the high mintage, the survival of pristine, uncirculated pieces was remarkably low. The coin was released at a time of growing public distrust in the U.S. economy following inflation concerns and the aftermath of the Vietnam War, lending this piece a deeper historical resonance. It represents a tangible fragment of America's economic evolution in the early 1970s. Visually, the 1970 D quarter retains the classic Washington design created by sculptor John Flanagan. The obverse features a dignified portrait of George Washington with sharp detailing around the hairlines and jawline on high-grade examples. The reverse bears the bold image of the American eagle, wings spread proudly above a bundle of arrows and olive branches, symbols of strength and peace. Measuring 24.3 millimeters in diameter and weighing 5.67 grams, the coin is composed of a copper-nickel clad over a pure copper core. What makes certain 1970 D examples unique is their well-defined strikes and occasional minting anomalies such as doubled dies or light planchet errors, both of which add significant collectible value. Despite millions being produced, the rarity of this issue becomes clear when focusing on high-quality specimens. Many 1970 D quarters entered circulation almost immediately, suffering wear and tear before collectors could set them aside. Only a limited number of coins remain in uncirculated or near-mint condition, and even fewer display strong luster and sharp detailing. Mint state grades of MS66 or above are particularly elusive, which explains the strong price premium they attract. Quarters with unique die characteristics or minimal surface abrasions have been known to fetch considerable sums in specialized numismatic auctions, as their scarcity sharply increases demand among collectors. When it comes to market value, the 1970 D Washington quarter shows remarkable consistency and steady appreciation. While a lightly circulated example might sell for around $850, those in gem mint condition can easily surpass $3,700 or more, depending on certification and visual appeal. Coins featuring clear die errors or superior luster have occasionally achieved even higher figures in private sales. Over the years, collectors have noted that demand for high-grade clad coinage has grown rapidly, reflecting a new appreciation for coins once considered too modern to be valuable. The rising interest in these transitional-era issues continues to fuel the coin's market performance. For those seeking to add this coin to their collection, patience and discernment are key. Always verify authenticity and condition through trusted grading services such as PCGS or NGC, which not only ensure legitimacy, but also protect the coin's value over time. Collectors should store the coin in a temperature-controlled environment, ideally within protective holders that prevent contact with air and moisture. When purchasing, focus on coins with crisp details and minimal surface blemishes, as these traits most strongly influence value. Reputable dealers and online numismatic auctions are excellent sources, but understanding market trends beforehand can make all the difference between a fair price and an overpayment. The appeal of the 1970 D quarter extends beyond its monetary value. It embodies the craftsmanship and subtle shifts in U.S. mint history during a turbulent economic period. Each coin carries traces of a moment when America was redefining both its currency and its cultural confidence. To hold one in perfect condition is to possess a tiny but significant artifact of that transformation, an emblem of both heritage and endurance. In conclusion, the 1970 D Washington quarter from the Denver Mint stands as one of the most captivating pieces of late 20th century American coinage. Its blend of artistry, rarity, and historical depth ensures it remains highly desirable among seasoned collectors. With market prices ranging from hundreds to several $1,000s, depending on grade and variety, it represents not only a beautiful reminder of the past, but also a solid long-term collectible. Whether admired for its design or pursued as an investment, this coin remains a shining example of how even a common-looking quarter can tell an extraordinary story of America's numismatic legacy. Next coin. The 1971 D quarter dollar old coin from the Denver Mint holds a fascinating place in American numismatic history. Even in its very dirty and worn condition, it tells a powerful story of an era when the U.S. economy was transitioning and coinage was undergoing subtle yet impactful changes. While many quarters from this period still circulate today, the Denver Mint issues are especially interesting for collectors who appreciate coins that reflect the everyday life of early 1970s America. What makes this particular coin stand out is not just its age, but also the historical context and the subtle design features that have made it a sought-after collectible among enthusiasts of American currency. The year 1971 was an important turning point for the U.S. Mint and the American monetary system. Just months earlier, President Richard Nixon had ended the direct convertibility of the U.S. dollar to gold, effectively closing the gold window and shifting the nation fully to fiat currency. The quarter dollar from the Denver Mint thus became one of the first issues produced in this new era of American finance. The Denver Mint, known for its strong production capacity and high-quality minting, struck millions of these quarters. However, finding a genuine 1971 D quarter in its original form, especially one that carries heavy circulation wear and grime, yet retains identifiable features, connects collectors to a critical chapter of U.S. monetary history. It's a coin that serves as both a historical artifact and a symbol of the early modern American economy. The design of the 1971 D quarter is another reason for its enduring appeal. The obverse features the familiar profile of George Washington, designed by John Flanagan in 1932, showing Washington's bust facing left with the word Liberty above and the date 1971 below. The mint mark D, positioned beside Washington's ponytail, identifies it as a Denver Mint issue. On the reverse side, the coin displays the majestic eagle with outstretched wings clutching arrows and olive branches, an image symbolizing both strength and peace. The level of detail in the feathers, lettering, and even the spacing of inscriptions was carefully crafted, and even in dirty or circulated coins, these details can still be discerned with close inspection. Many collectors appreciate how, despite years of wear, these small engravings preserve the spirit of American artistry and patriotism from that time. When it comes to rarity, The 1971 D quarter is not particularly rare in general circulation, but it becomes significantly more interesting in certain conditions. Most circulated coins have lost their original mint luster and exhibit heavy dirt or scratches from decades of handling. However, what collectors find exciting are coins that show strong strike details despite their age or those that feature minting errors, such as doubled dies, off-center strikes, or planchet flaws. In dirty condition, such coins often conceal their true beauty until carefully cleaned or professionally restored. The survival of fully detailed pieces with legible inscriptions, even when covered in grime, makes them stand out among the millions of others minted that year. The rarity, therefore, comes not from low mintage, but from finding one that retains historical character and natural charm. Collector demand for the 1971 D quarter dollar has been steadily growing, largely because this coin bridges the gap between the older silver-based designs of the 1960s and the fully clad copper-nickel composition used afterward. It's also a favorite among those who collect Washington quarters by date and mint mark, as the 1971 D plays a key transitional role in that timeline. While some collectors focus on pristine, uncirculated examples, others are drawn to coins that show clear evidence of circulation, seeing them as tangible links to the everyday commerce of 1970s America. The Denver Mint issues are particularly desirable for their consistent striking quality and the distinctive D mint mark that collectors associate with the Rocky Mountain Mint's proud legacy. As for market value, the worth of a 1971 D quarter dollar in very dirty condition can still surprise many collectors. Depending on its level of wear, clarity of details, and potential for rare mint errors, this coin can range in value from around $800 for well-worn examples with minimal distinguishing features, up to $3,900 or even more for those showing strong details, partial luster, or rare die varieties. Coins verified by professional grading services with certification or attributed errors can push into the higher end of this range. While not every circulated coin will command a high price, the steady rise in collector interest in early clad quarters has driven even lower-grade pieces to respectable values in recent years. For collectors seeking to add the 1971 D quarter to their collection, several tips can enhance the hunt. Always examine the coin under proper lighting to assess any unique details that dirt might conceal. Sometimes a light cleaning by a professional can reveal subtle minting variations. Focus on coins with well-defined lettering and visible mint marks, as these tend to retain more collector appeal. Checking local coin shops, estate sales, and older coin rolls from banks can yield hidden treasures. Preservation is key. Store the coin in a dry, acid-free holder to prevent further deterioration, and consider professional grading if the coin appears to have potential beyond ordinary circulation wear. In conclusion, the 1971 D quarter dollar from the Denver Mint stands as a silent witness to a transformative time in U.S. economic history. Its design, durability, and connection to a pivotal era give it lasting significance beyond its face value. Whether found in a dirty, circulated state or carefully preserved in a collection, it captures the story of America's evolving currency and the everyday lives of those who used it. As collectors continue to rediscover these coins, their value, both sentimental and monetary, continues to grow. And as we move forward in our exploration of historic American coins, the next coin in this series promises to reveal yet another fascinating chapter in the story of U.S. minting heritage. Next coin. The 1972 D quarter dollar from the Denver Mint stands as one of the most fascinating coins in American numismatic history. Though it may appear ordinary at first glance, this coin's story unfolds with layers of rarity, artistry, and enduring value. Collectors prize the 1972 D quarter not only for its historical background, but also for its distinctive minting qualities that make well-preserved examples extremely desirable. Over the years, the quarter has gained remarkable attention in the collector's market, especially those struck with rare die varieties or minting errors. The charm of the 1972 D quarter lies in how a common circulating coin became a collectible treasure, with high-grade examples fetching impressive prices at numismatic auctions across the United States. When the Denver Mint struck this coin in 1972, America was in a transformative phase. The Vietnam War was nearing its end, and the nation was evolving through major cultural and economic shifts. The Washington Quarter, which first appeared in 1932 to honor George Washington's 200th birthday, had already become a staple of U.S. currency. The Denver Mint, known for its precision and large-scale production, contributed millions of coins that year, yet only a small fraction emerged with the exceptional quality or striking errors that now command collector admiration. This coin thus represents a moment in U.S. history when craftsmanship met mass production, bridging America's past with its modern identity. The design of the 1972 D quarter retains the classic elegance of John Flanagan's iconic portrait of George Washington on the obverse. The detailed engraving of Washington's profile, paired with the inscriptions Liberty and In God We Trust, exudes a sense of national pride and timeless dignity. The reverse features the bold heraldic eagle, wings spread in power, clutching arrows and an olive branch, an enduring symbol of American strength and peace. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition, the coin weighs 5.67 grams and measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter. While this material choice replaced the earlier 90% silver quarters of the 1960s, the precision of the design and the crispness of the strike on certain Denver Mint coins make them visually striking, especially when preserved in uncirculated condition. Despite its large mintage, the 1972 D quarter's rarity stems from a combination of quality control variations and the survival rate of mint-state specimens. Most circulated examples show significant wear, with dull luster and surface scratches. However, coins that remain in pristine mint condition, especially those graded MS-65 and above, are considerably scarce. Moreover, certain varieties, including double die obverses or misaligned strikes, elevate a coin's desirability dramatically. These rare errors make the 1972 D quarter not only a historical artifact, but a tangible testament to the imperfections of human craftsmanship within a mechanized minting era. In the present numismatic market, a high-grade 1972 D quarter can achieve values that surprise even seasoned collectors. Well-preserved examples typically range between $850 and $3,700, depending on condition, with exceptional error coins or flawless mint-state grades exceeding $4,200 at specialized auctions. Collectors have increasingly recognized the value of Denver Mint issues from this period, as the scarcity of uncirculated specimens continues to push demand upward. This growth in value reflects not only the coin's aesthetic and historical appeal, but also the evolving appreciation for transitional-era coinage from the 1970s. For collectors seeking to acquire the 1972 D quarter, attention to detail is crucial. It is advisable to purchase coins certified by trusted grading services such as PCGS or NGC, as this authentication ensures legitimacy and accurately reflects the coin's market grade. When examining raw coins, collectors should look for sharp strike details, clear mint marks, and minimal contact marks. Proper storage, ideally in temperature-controlled environments using non-PVC holders, is essential to preserve luster and prevent tarnishing. Networking within coin shows, online collector forums, and numismatic auctions can also provide valuable opportunities to find rare varieties and connect with other enthusiasts who share a passion for classic U.S. coinage. The legacy of the 1972 D quarter dollar continues to thrive because it embodies a delicate balance between history, art, and rarity. Each coin tells its own story, from the moment it left the Denver Mint to the hands of collectors who recognized its true worth decades later. Whether viewed as an investment, a piece of heritage, or a symbol of American craftsmanship, this quarter holds undeniable charm. Its increasing market demand suggests that its appeal will endure for generations, reminding collectors that even the most familiar coins can become hidden treasures when preserved with care and appreciation. In conclusion, the 1972 D quarter dollar remains one of the underappreciated yet highly valued coins in the Washington series. It offers collectors a glimpse into a fascinating era of U.S. coin production, wrapped in elegant design and enduring symbolism. With market values often reaching several $1,000s for exceptional examples, this Denver Mint issue has transformed from a simple piece of pocket change into a celebrated collectible. Its blend of historical depth, rarity, and visual excellence ensures its place among the most sought-after treasures of American numismatics, a coin that truly rewards those who recognize its quiet brilliance. Last coin. The 1973 quarter-dollar old coin is one of those fascinating pieces of American coinage that quietly tells the story of its time while captivating collectors with its subtle beauty and historic charm. Though many of these coins circulated heavily, the few surviving examples that remain in decent condition, especially those with unique details, are now highly prized among collectors. What makes the 1973 quarter truly special is how a seemingly common piece of currency, found in change or tucked away in an old jar, can reveal so much about the craftsmanship and culture of its era. Even in dirty or worn condition, this coin holds historical value and an undeniable nostalgic pull for numismatists who appreciate its place in the larger legacy of U.S. quarters. The year 1973 marked an important chapter in the history of the United States Mint. By this time, the nation was adjusting to a world no longer tied to the silver standard, and the coins being produced reflected this new economic reality. The 1973 quarter continued the long-running Washington quarter series that began in 1932, a tribute to George Washington's bicentennial. This period in American minting was also defined by technological improvements in striking and planchet preparation, which enhanced the quality of circulation coins. The Denver and Philadelphia mints both produced quarters that year, but it is often the ones from Denver, bearing the small D mint mark, that attract the most attention from collectors for their consistency and durability. Each coin struck during this period represents a snapshot of 1970s America, an era of transition, innovation, and the enduring symbolism of national pride. The design of the 1973 quarter dollar continues the classic artistry of John Flanagan's work. On the obverse, the right-facing portrait of George Washington remains bold and proud, with the inscriptions Liberty above and In God We Trust to the left. The date, 1973, sits neatly below the bust, anchoring the design in time. On the reverse, the majestic eagle is displayed with wings spread, clutching a bundle of arrows, a symbol of defense, while resting upon an olive branch representing peace. The balance of these symbols reflects America's ideals of strength and diplomacy. Struck in a copper-nickel-clad composition after the discontinuation of silver quarters, the coin measures 24.3 millimeters in diameter and weighs approximately 5.67 grams. Although most examples have dulled over the decades, the original shine and texture can still be glimpsed under layers of age and wear, especially when gently cleaned and preserved. What adds intrigue to the 1973 quarter dollar is its rarity in higher-grade conditions. While millions were minted for circulation, only a very small percentage have survived without significant wear or damage. Many examples were used for decades, resulting in heavy surface scratches, faded details, and loss of original mint luster. Quarters from this year that still exhibit crisp strikes, minimal contact marks, or any traces of original mint brilliance are increasingly difficult to find. Moreover, error varieties such as off-center strikes or weakly struck reverses have gained attention among specialized collectors, making even a slightly flawed coin an object of fascination. It is this scarcity in condition, rather than pure mintage numbers, that drives collector interest and elevates the 1973 quarters standing in the numismatic community. Among collectors, the demand for the 1973 quarter is often tied to its transitional place in modern American coinage. It represents a bridge between the earlier silver issues and the fully clad, modern circulating coins that dominate today's pocket change. Those who collect Washington quarters often see this year as a must-have, completing sets that span several decades. While the coin may not share the legendary fame of earlier mintages like the 1932D or 1932S quarters, it nonetheless holds a respected position for its consistency, accessibility, and hidden potential in top-grade conditions. Even quarters in dirty or circulated form can surprise collectors with unique die characteristics or minting irregularities, making every find worth examining closely under good light and magnification. In today's collector market, the 1973 quarter dollar has shown steady appreciation in value, particularly for coins that remain well preserved despite their age. Depending on grade and visual appeal, the coin's worth can range anywhere between $900 and $4,300, with rare high-grade specimens or error coins sometimes fetching higher premiums. Coins graded MS-65 or above by professional grading services often draw attention from serious buyers who understand the difficulty of finding such pristine examples from this era. The market continues to evolve, with increased awareness among collectors driving values upward for authentic, well-struck quarters from the early 1970s. For those interested in adding a 1973 quarter dollar to their collection, attention to detail is key. Always inspect the coin's surfaces carefully, paying close attention to the clarity of the lettering and the strength of Washington's hair details. Avoid harsh cleaning, as it can strip the coin's natural toning and reduce its value. Professional certification through PCGS or NGC remains the safest way to confirm authenticity and grade. Coins should be stored in a cool, dry environment, ideally within protective holders that prevent oxidation or scratching. Searching through old family change jars, estate collections, or local coin shows can still yield surprising finds, sometimes even coins that have been sitting untouched for decades, waiting to reveal their hidden worth. The 1973 quarter dollar old coin remains a reminder of how history can live in the palm of your hand. It carries the legacy of a nation in transition and embodies the artistry and pride of American minting. Whether admired for its age, design, or rarity, this coin stands as a valuable addition to any collection. And as collectors know, the thrill of discovery never ends. So stay tuned as we explore the next remarkable coin from the treasure-filled world of U.S. history, where every piece tells a story worth more than its face value.